Yo, what is going on guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at what possible attractions could be coming to Thorpe Park Resort in the near future. Now if you've been a long-term fan of the channel, you'll know I did do a video like this a couple of months ago. However, that was more centering upon the coasters more than the attraction side. So today I'm just going to be discussing non-coaster attractions that I think could be coming to Thorpe Park Resort. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, anything that makes me know you guys like the content. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first attraction I'm going to be talking about today is a sea life. Now if you didn't already know, Merlin Entertainment, who owns Thorpe Park Resort, also owns a brand called Sea Life. Now Sea Life have loads of aquariums all over the UK and abroad as well, and due to the fact of being owned by Merlin, they also implement their aquariums into some theme parks. We've seen this with things like Alton Towers, with Sharkbait Reef, Legoland with their submarine rides, and also Chessington World of Adventures that just have a little aquarium section. Now there's a little bit of an oddity here for Thorpe Park Resort, as they don't have a sea life attraction yet, which is what I am believing to be the next attraction. There are also loads of places this attraction could potentially go. Obviously we could see it moving into the Jungle Escape building potentially. There is enough space in there. They don't really take too much space in these theme parks. They're mainly just little attractions to go for. Obviously you don't have to pay for them, and they're just little walkthroughs. You could also see this happening inside the dome, possibly clearing out a shop or a section of there to put it in. Also we could see it swapping out an attraction, possibly swapping out something like Depth Charge, which is getting quite outdated now. So yeah, there's lots of places this attraction could go, and I do believe it would be a very good addition to Thorpe Park Resort. With the island being themed around an island, it is extremely possible this could happen, being possibly themed around maybe sort of the Shark Hotel, sort of maybe potentially, I don't really know anything about theming these aquariums, but it does look like it could potentially fit. The next attraction I believe that could be coming to Thorpe Park Resort is a dungeon. Now if you didn't already know, this year at Alton Towers they did release the Alton Towers dungeon. Now Merlin Entertainment, who obviously own Alton Towers and Thorpe Park, also own the dungeons, and the dungeons attractions are sort of historical type scare attractions, which are all, like I said, all over the UK. And also now apparently they're moving into a theme park. Now we had this with Alton Towers Dungeon, which was a £5 charge online or £7.50 on the day, and it was really worth it. I think it's an extremely good attraction, and I do believe that it can be carried over to other parks such as Thorpe Park. Once again, this could easily go in the Jungle Escape building, obviously not taking up that much space. Like I said, it is very easy to implement these small attractions with sort of unused buildings, unused areas of the park. And also with the success of Alton Towers Dungeon, could we potentially be seeing a dungeon at Thorpe Park Resort? Hopefully so, because, you know, we need a good, nice scare attraction for all year round. Well, you've got Dan Brown's Ghost Train, you've got the Walking Dead ride. If they were to put it in the Jungle Escape building, they could easily have it as part of the dockyard, which is, you know, I'm happy with that. It could be a very good addition to the park. The next thing I'm about to talk about isn't really an attraction, more of a hotel. Now, if you didn't already know, most of the Merlin parks do have at least 2 hotels, which means obviously for accommodation for people trying to stay overnight, it's just more convenience. However, Thorpe Park Resort did implement a hotel back ages ago, and it's not very big. It's not exactly the biggest hotel in the world. It's not like on a grand scale like some of Alton Towers hotels are. Obviously, Alton Towers having a lot of accommodation now, really pushing that resort theme. Possibly we could see Thorpe Park adding a bigger hotel into the resort, mainly being, you know, something that can accommodate more people, can have a bigger theme, and also be to the scale of something like the Alton Towers Hotel. Now, I do believe there is one main location this hotel could be put in, and that is these planning permissions that were submitted a couple of years back for a planned hotel. Now, obviously that didn't come to light when it was supposed to, so them plans are still sitting there somewhere in an office. But basically there was a section of the outskirts of the island that was supposed to be a new hotel, which was closer to the Shark Hotel, obviously doing what Alton Towers did and having the hotels in sort of like one little area. And yeah, there's something that's very interesting is for the Coming to Thorpe Park in 2019 video Thorpe Park posted, there was indeed odd zoom in on one particular area. Now people did zoom in on this area on the map, and this is the exact location in which these planning permissions were sent. Now possibly we could be seeing a brand new hotel being added to the park, or possibly this just means nothing and it's Thorpe Park messing with us. It could be multiple things, but let's keep our spirits up and hopefully we might be able to get a big proper grand scale hotel. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to talk about is a water park. Now, if you've ever been to some places like Legoland and Alton Towers, you will know that they do have water parks in them. Legoland's been a little bit more of a smaller scale than Alton Towers is. Now, potentially we could be seeing the water park interact with the hotel, much like Splash Landings at Alton Towers Resort, or potentially we could be seeing it on the site at Thorpe Park, potentially somewhere. Not really sure where. Potentially they could sort of rip out the beach and maybe reincarnate the beach into something more of a water park, much like what Legoland did, or they could make it a proper big actual indoor water park, much like Alton Towers. Now, this one's probably got the least amount of evidence for it, obviously, because this is just wishful thinking, but I do believe with these two Merlin parks having a water park, Thorpe Park could be next on the list. Okay, so that is the end for today's video. If you did go on to enjoy it, make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on, because I will have a lot of Fright Nights videos out in the next couple of weeks, as well as just stuff about Merlin theme parks. If you're into that sort of stuff, then you're into the channel. So definitely subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you guys later.